Hi everyone. I wonder if YouTube is going to send out notifications to people that I'm live. Because YouTube has been kind of funky lately. But hi. Say hello in the chat when you are here, and can you just confirm that you can hear me? My mic is on. I wanted to come on and say hi and do an Ask Me Anything and share some messages from Amy Winehouse. Hi, Corey. Good morning, good afternoon. I miss being here on YouTube Live, so I'm going to do these more often. So, I'm good right now. I'm going through a transition at the moment, so that's a little challenging for me, but in this very moment, I'm feeling very good and peaceful. Hi, Mary. I really wanted to connect and see how everyone is doing right now and see if you have questions for me about life in general that I can help with, and just serve as a reminder to continue going within, because there's so much happening today energetically. There's so many more distractions, as we've all been saying. It's just escalating more and more. Yesterday was a whole different vibe. Yes. Yesterday was lots of releasing for me yesterday, at least. I was messaging my friend yesterday, and she sent me back what I said to her, and I was like, wow, I was sad. It was depressing. But, got to be honest with yourself and have to release. So how is everyone with tuning into themselves and inner guidance today? Is anyone having trouble with that? What I see is like an imagery of feeding tubes. And what the guys are saying is, hi, Melissa. What the guys are saying is, what tubes are you feeding today? What energy are you feeding at the moment? What can you unhook yourself from? So does anyone consciously have anything that they would like to detach from and not give their energetic currency to anymore? Feeding tubes is a wonderful imagery because, as I'm not a mother, but mothers in general, when they're breastfeeding, when they feed their children, they are also, that's tiresome for them. They're getting drained. But they do that for the greater good. But you don't always have to do that in life. So, what systems are you feeding? What energies, what stories are you feeding? Sometimes you have to let them starve. So I'd like to read right now is, some of you here have already heard this. As you know, I'm running a Patreon with Jasmine, Gladiator, and Sweats, and we do everything on Zoom, and I channel with people on camera if they want to, or they can keep their audio on or participate in the chat. but it's a really interactive community where we can all be on video together if we choose to, and you can ask questions to the being that I channeled. So earlier this month, I channeled Aretha Franklin and Amy Winehouse. So yeah, it's just a different energy than it is on YouTube, where everything is on chat, which is not my preference. Right. So I wanted to read to you a channeled message from Amy Winehouse, but first I need to catch up on comments. Corey says, I keep hearing about bridges, that the bridge is currently open. The bridge side represents the feminine and masculine coming together. Do you get anything about the bridge coming together? I don't see bridges. I see doors. I see doorways that are like wide open and ready for us to walk through. And there's a lot of fear. People are afraid to walk through that door because we have absolutely no clue what's on the other side, but what they're saying is like there's love on the other side. There's newness and love and peace, tranquility. And what's on the side of the door that we're currently on is kind of the opposite of that. It's the same, it's fear and what we're used to. But we want to move towards what we are deserving of. We want to move towards more love as well. So that's what I see. I see that there are doorways open that we can freely walk through, but we need to choose, and we need to make conscious decisions every day to make that choice. So I think it's very similar to the bridges that you're seeing, Corey. Hi, Jasmine. That's good, Mary. Hi, Morgan. So let's see if there's anything else about the bridges that you see, Corey. But I feel like this is a message for you to share too. I feel like there's a lot. Yeah, I feel like the vibe I'm getting is that there's something for you to share in this message. And that you can ask your guidance for further clarification too. But it feels like a message of hope that you can share with others. If not with everyone, with your like special inner community. If you don't want to share it with everyone just yet. Does anyone have any questions? I'm going to read this and then you can ask your questions while I read this channeled message from Amy Winehouse, who is so loving, so sweet. I just loved connecting with her. I love connecting with Aretha too, but Amy Winehouse is just so sweet. Okay, so in this channeled message, she mentions the phrase storytelling. And by that, she quite literally means telling your story. So don't assume no one wants to hear your story. You live life with all other creations of yourself in different bodies. There is always someone listening and always someone who needs to hear it. We are in the same vibrational circle, then we are going through similarities. Your story may be the one that helps someone with their recovery. Don't assume you are not good enough to tell your story. If you made it through, then you're living to tell it. Be mindful about the ways in which you are storytelling. If it's to teach and inspire, be at that vibration. Do not teach through your fears. You're only spreading more fear that way. Be aware that whatever frequency you're resonating at will also give off to others. Ask yourself if you are sharing to resonate love or because you want people to resonate with you to hold space for you. You may attract people who need your light and fear it. That's okay. Keep going. You may attract people who have your love, who have your light and need help to make sure it doesn't extinguish. Keep going. Please, people may be around for but a passing moment. People may stay forever. Be aware that that may have nothing to do with you. Keep going anyway. And then Amy Winehouse shared some methods of storytelling as well. She says, tell your stories in ways that bring you bliss. Interweave your tales in that way, the same way I sung my stories through magical music. It's that you are still living today and able to tell your story confidently that is attractive. Do not feel ashamed or embarrassed. These are tactics to keep yourself hidden. How many people successfully storytell while staying hidden? Realize the sacredness of your story, like a folklore, like you're telling the story of a goddess who ascended and came back to earth to live again, to teach people how to overcome what they have. Don't feel like your story has been told a million times before. It hasn't. There is only one you. Hi, Jamie. So I thought that was such an encouraging message from Amy that I channeled, and I wanted to share it here as well to encourage people to share in whatever way that they feel guided to. So what else is going on with everyone? What have you guys been feeling in your hearts? And how can I assist with that as well? Because I'm also here to serve. Y'all are so quiet today. I am also doing an Ask Me Anything, so feel free to ask questions about everything, and I'll very likely answer it. I may not answer everything, but I will probably answer your question. Hi, Indira. What my higher self is telling me is to remind everyone to always find the peace in your heart first before going out in the world, because you won't find that peace out in the world unless you find it within yourself first. So whatever you're doing, connect with yourself. Jasmine says, I'm just here for the presence. That's okay too. Thank you. I've been meditating every day since our bonfire. Wow. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. Yes, Amy Winehouse is such a lover. Yeah. She's such a princess. Dawn says, hi. Oh, I'm gutted with myself. I've started smoking again because the pressure's been on any message on help with handling pressure better. It's related to finding the peace within again. What is it that smoking does for you? How does it make you feel? It's also related to your daily practice with yourself. And I'm getting the sense of an escapism with the smoking. And that it gives you a sense of peace as well. that sense of peace is already in your heart. It's almost like the smoking is your form of meditation in a way, like your ritual in a way. And you can form new rituals for yourself that are more in alignment for where you want to be right now. So you can do it like something about the smoke is also sacred for you. So I see like lighting incense, and you can even use the like charcoal tablets and get resin and light it that way and just have so much smoke coming up. So I feel like that would be a good start for your new ritual for peace. Morgan, I don't remember the message that you sent. So you guys and your deleting messages, it always makes me laugh. Melissa says, last week my friend group experienced a tragic death. I'm so sorry. I was really affected by it because he was so sweet to me, and the photo of us was titled Kobe 7. I feel like he was one of those perfect guys that I never paid attention to. He was an example for you right now, what I'm getting at. He's an example of like what you can turn your attention to, like the kind of guy that you can turn your attention to. So it's just what I'm seeing is just like shifting focus a little bit. I'm glad you wrote about it. Did you make it public? I'm just curious. It's not like guidance. I would love to read it. That's why. Because you're a beautiful writer. Okay. I'll check it out. I'm sending love to you and your family as well. I think I'll also do a sound healing later today. Maybe I'll post it because of I just feel like there's a lot of grief and that it will help release it. Melissa, I feel like it's a little soon to connect with him because I'm not getting anything right now about that meeting. So maybe in a few months I'll know. But I'm not getting anything right now. But honor your grief, honor the feelings that are coming up, and I'm glad that you're writing it about it. Who has Amy been hanging with on the other side? She says everyone, and why do you feel like there's another side? She's with you all observing and helping humanity. Corey says, the fears that came up again yesterday for me, will I ever release it permanently? Is this fear helping me expand? Can you give me a little bit more information about what the fear is, if you're comfortable doing so? Corey? Everything in your life can be purposeful if you choose it to. Fear of Jake getting sick. Mm-hmm. So this is another example of we have doors that we can choose to go through. Do we want to go through the door of love and expansion, or do we want to continue grasping on to the old storylines that we've already cleared out? So my suggestion is to go back using the taps that Jen Ward gave you, the spiritual freedom taps. And because it doesn't feel like it feels like it's still like lingering there because part of you wants it to a little bit, that fear. Sometimes we continue holding on to certain stories or aspects or fears, whatever is going on in our lives, because we're used to it. I hope that makes sense. Jamie says, I feel like I've been closed off to love. Why is that? You're not. What have you been choosing? What does that even mean to you, Jamie? Is it that you're not receiving attention from the partners that you want to receive attention from? I said I've been online dating. I haven't found any guys that I like. I'm not sure if I'm being too picky or just have other things that interest me more than dating. Okay, well, if there are other things that interest you more, then ask yourself if this is really a priority. Morgan says, sorry, I'm distracted. Any messages from my higher self about where I am, anything I could be doing? That is very vague. Can you try to make it not so vague? Because there's so much stuff that we could all be doing. Thank you, Morgan. Make a list, Jamie, of what feelings you're looking for within this partner. For this partner. Just so that you're clear on what you're looking for. If you haven't already. Just do a little check-in with yourself. Meditate on it. Meditate on those feelings. And just so that you're clear. Because is it that you're using past relationships as the blueprint for this new person that you want to find? Just try to be more open than that. Any other questions, guys? I have my dog's nose like right on my foot. I'm like, what's that cold thing? A cold, wet feeling. You don't have to be sorry for feeling shy today. It's okay. So, Jasmine and I are going to be posting the schedule for next month's Patreon soon. As Corey beautifully said, it's a very loving community and very excited that we started that this month. And so let me know if you have any questions. As always, I'm available for private sessions, and I'm just here to help ground and help emanate like the peace that's so needed in this world. Indira says, I've been feeling excited at the same time, like sadness or some feeling at the middle. Is there a message for me regarding this? I'm just trying to connect right now. It feels like a clearing. Writing about it might be helpful. Journaling about it. Feels like processing that needs to happen. And journaling will really help with that reflection. Even if you start with exactly what you posted here, what you've been feeling, and then connect with whatever imagery that you're shown after that. Hello, Serena. So I'm having a little difficulty connecting with your higher self clearly, Serena. Yeshua is coming through for you. And he's reminding you to choose peace. I don't have that much energetic clarity on the situation, but it feels like your current situation feels like a little chaotic energetically. And he's just saying to choose peace. I don't see much clearer than that. Maybe I need to see your eyes or connect with your voice more, but I'm not fully connecting, so I don't want to go on without like a complete connection there. Thank you, Corey. You are amazing, and I also love you, Oceans. Morgan says, going back and forth, feeling like I need to break away, but not having the means to, and feeling like need to work on myself where I am. What is your daily practice like, Morgan? This is something that we're talking about in September on the Patreon, creating your daily practice. Because so many times people, from what I observe, a lot of people will come looking for guidance, but they don't have a consistent daily practice. So that's when I observe people that are really heady, stuck in like their minds, lots of stuff going on. But a daily practice is essential. Let's say. A daily practice and patience, understanding that it's doesn't necessarily mean that everything is going to change overnight. Because people expect to see grand visions when they're meditating, and sometimes you just need peace. I created my online profile again, and it's very interesting. It's very interesting to just observe all the characters on there. So I don't really blame you for not being interested in many people there, especially if you're a multi-dimensional individual as you are. Not that many people are impressive. There's not that much authenticity there, and it could be your filters. You have a good filtration system, and you're not interested in them for a reason. So sometimes it takes a bit of time to find that gem, but it's worth it. Dawn says, thank you, Alana, for coming on with Amy. Be more truthful with myself and others. How can I help myself to be more authentic? By finding your peace. By finding the current Dawn's peace, not the old Dawn. And choosing that every day. I think that's it for now, guys. I'm going to have some lunch. But I'll be back soon because I want to do this more. And just remember that the world needs you guys. And that you are all very special and unique. And yeah, see you soon. Have a beautiful day. Bye.